Peace. Kofa, G.R.O.W.T.H podcast. Wake your glass up. What's going on, y'all? Salute to the Grow family. Salute to all of YouTube. Salute to you watching this video. Thank y'all for tuning in. This is G.R.O.W.T.H podcast, where growth stands for gentlemen reaching our wealth through healing. This is where we help men find a positive fuck it. Once again, I am your humble host, Kofa, K-O-F-A, not coffee, not kufu, not Kofi, or any variation thereof. Kofa rhymes with sofa. Easy to say, easy to spell, right there on the screen. So in this video, we're going to talk about the little James Tucker situation. Not really a situation, just some things I want to expand on. We're going to slide over to the video real quick. Now, for those that are unfamiliar with little James Tucker, he's one of those kid kind of, social media celebrities where, the parent is recording him saying, some things above his age, not cussing or being disrespectful, but just a little funny kid. You could tell, like the old folks say, he's been here before. So he said funny things in the past, and we've kind of watched little bro grow up. Well, in this situation, he's out in public. His mom is twerking on some guy. Goes back to some of the stuff that we talk about in these spaces over here with the way that a lot of women act publicly, whether it's around their kids or not. But he caught his mom twerking on some guy. He wasn't having it. We're going to get into the video. I'll expound on it there. Now, mind you, the video is not going to have any sound because there's music playing in the background. So for copyright purposes, I had to lower the music, but I'll give you some commentary as the video goes on. Let's go ahead and get into it. So this guy with the red jacket on goes by the name of Runic. Apparently he's a large, popular YouTuber. That's Lil James's mom doing her thing. They're well dressed, suited and booted. So I'm assuming they're at some social media gala or something they got invited to. Maybe it's a Christmas party. I really don't know. But the music's turned up. She's twerking. He's having the time of his life. And let's see what transpires. They're getting it. Hold up. Hold the camera so we can really get to this thing. Hold up, mama. Pause. Now I'm going to zoom in on his face. Now, as I said, the young man is a social media celebrity. We pretty much watched him grow up, those that follow his content before. So most people are going to react and say, oh man, this ain't nothing but a skit. This kid has kind of been acting his whole life or whatnot. This young man is serious right now. He's not trying to hit his shit. See his mama twerking in public. And again, we've been watching him since he was, I'm going to say probably 3-4 years old, since he could talk pretty much. He looks like, I think he's around 9, maybe 10 now, something like that. So he understands the dynamics of male-female relationships and the sexual innuendos of twerking. He wasn't having that shit with his mama. Now, most people are going to say, oh, well, most boys are protective of their mama and like that. They just don't like it. Y'all do the same thing as grown men with y'all daughters and so on and so on and so on. But this is what women will later on flip down the road into this boy's life and say, oh, he's controlling. But I'm going to keep on letting it run. So the mom is laughing. Everybody's laughing. He pushes the guy, man, get off my mama. So what the guy is saying when he's tapping his chest is, bro, that's me. Again, there's music playing in the background. Had to edit that out. But he's saying, bro, that's me. Like, come on, man, it's me. You know me. So again, one social media personality versus another social media personality. So maybe they have some type of relationship, not saying that he's saying that's me, like I'm dating your mom or whatever the case may be. I don't know the dynamics of that. I'm just talking about this public setting and what this young man didn't like. He's like, all right, my bad. Extends his hand. James pushes him away. He's not hearing this shit. Then everybody's laughing and they point at his face. He's like, hey, man, that's my mother. And he catches himself. Again, this is not one of those social media kids that do a whole bunch of cussing and acting a fool and everybody thinks it's funny. James has always been a respectable young man. Again, like the old folks say, he just been here before. So he's a little bit wiser beyond his years. So he's picking up on these nuances. And this is when, personally, I realized, okay, this shit not a skit. He's embarrassed and he's angry as fuck. But he knows he's a kid. He's not about to act a fool and embarrass his mom. He's not about to act a fool and break his that respect level that he's always had in his videos. He caught himself before he called him a motherfucker, which I'm not mad at the young brother about. But let's keep letting it play. All right, bro, go on. That's one of them grown men. Go on with that shit, bro. Now he's a kid. He's getting ready to cry from the embarrassment, and the mom is fanning herself. She hot. She been turning up. And everybody like, oh, man, look, he. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I count at least 6 or 7 women around him. This is the stuff that we be talking about in these spaces that a lot of people get on grown men about, but I'll get to that in a second. Let's let it finish up. He's crying, wiping tears. Again, this back to the video. Bring it back on me. We have to be careful of the spaces that we put our kids around on social media. So people have watched them grow up. They start thinking about, this type of behavior is okay because, he can handle it because he can handle social media, because he can handle being, quote unquote, a celebrity. But again, this boils down to a lot of times this single mother mentality. You the man of the house, but mama can still do what she want to do. So he's been the man. So now he's protecting his mom. And a lot of people want to go there with that. But at the end of the day, this shit is embarrassing for any young man, any grown man at this level, because twerking symbolizes doggy style sex. Let's just call it what the fuck it is.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
So when y'all have these dialogues, these different conversations, these panels about black men not protecting black women, it usually starts out with something innocent like that. It is something innately in men where we're going to protect our women, even if we have to protect them from themselves, which usually is the case, but a lot of times women don't see it like that. So she's just having fun. I've said it 100 times on this channel. We have traded in our families for fun. This is the same mentality that many brothers speak on, and I've spoken on, about the son husband. That's her man. So he's jealous. Boys don't like that. Different things of that nature. But when a grown man comes in and he's having a good time too, knowing that her son is there, knowing they're in public, knowing that they're recording, he had a camera himself. Hold my camera, dog. We finna get loose. Lil James comes over, everyone laughs. This stuff, it can be detrimental to a young man's mentality and his emotional state. Because if my mama act like this, other women must act like this. If my mama thinks it's okay, then the other women must think it's okay. So when he gets behind one of y'all daughters or your niece or your granddaughter turning up, y'all gonna be ready to fight something. Then you're gonna say, oh, these young men don't have no respect. But we say that the women can do whatever the fuck they want to. They can act however they want to. It is difficult in our community for y'all to keep trying to hold black men to a level of accountability and telling our women they can be loose as a goose. Now be a grown up, have your fun, do your thing when the kid's not around. This ain't hard. Once again, going back to the tape when I paused it, there were at least 7 grown ass women. That was one grown man and he was wrong. Now, if you're going to dance and two-step it, that's fine. But when you booting it up like you at a fucking club, when you bent all the way over like a stripper, that's a problem. Any man, I don't care about his age, any man sees his mama acting like that in public that knows he's in the fucking building, it's going to be a problem. So if you don't think this is going to have an impact on this young man going forward, he's already in the public eye. Now this shit has gone viral, and yes, I'm talking about it too, but now this has gone viral simply because he's viral already. Young brother has thousands, if not millions of subscribers. Like I said, he's been doing this since he was 3 or 4 years old. Just a funny kid saying little cute catchphrases and all that stuff. Very protective of his mother, like most of us are. Black, white, doesn't matter. Boys are protective of their mother. Girls are protective of their fathers. I have 2 girls. I kind of know what I'm talking about. But it's certain parameters that we don't cross. And a lot of times we don't cross that threshold as men. As much shit as everybody talks about that men do, we never, if ever, rarely cross that line. We see women do this all the time. I just dropped a short. I said, you know what's crazy? Society has told women they need to go live their best lives. And the first thing they did was loose sex and single motherhood. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm overanalyzing. I want y'all to let me know in the comments. But this right here is going to have an impact. I'm not going to say it's going to be detrimental, but if it's okay for his mama to do, with his celebrity status going on into middle school, don't be surprised when he come through the door with 2 of y'all daughters, 2 or 3 different girlfriends. Because this is the example that mama said. Now, if I was the guy and I was the father and grinding on somebody's mama like that, acting a complete fool with my daughter in the room, how would y'all react? I was very careful about the women I dated, the women I was knocking down, because I had girls. If I wasn't serious about them, they weren't coming past the door and my daughter was not going to meet them. She's 20 years old now. If I can control myself for as much shit as people say that black men are just these straight up community dicks and horn dogs, if I can control myself, then the women should be able to too. But oftentimes we don't see it like that. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm overanalyzing. I don't know. Y'all talk to me in the comments. I'll meet y'all there. I appreciate y'all stopping in. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe as always. This was going to be a raw, no edit, just straight upload, just coming off the dome with this one. So I appreciate y'all tuning in. Again, like, share, subscribe. Thank you all for being in here. Once again, this is Growth Talk Podcast, where growth stands for gentlemen reaching our wealth through healing. This is where we help men find a positive fuck it. Again, I am your humble host, Kofa, Kofa. Appreciate y'all. As always, you matter. You're not crazy. Make better choices. Peace.